Hi there, I'm Dr. Noel Nelson, and it's my pleasure to share a few thoughts with you today, some uplifting, inspiring, and practical tips to help you find greater happiness and success in your life. Today's topic, what I learned from Yucky fish. You know, we're great at giving our very best in the hard moments, the crises. We pull out all the stops to save a loved one's life, rescue a child from a burning building, salvage our marriages on the brink of divorce. We are truly, then, the shining example of what a human being is capable of. But what about in the more mundane moments, the day-to-day? How often are we giving our very best at those times? I was at dinner with my sister and brother-in-law recently, their treat. The conversation was pleasant, the restaurant very nice, yet most of my focus was on the dry, unappetizing fish entree I was politely eating. It wasn't until later that evening, as I was driving home, that I realized I hadn't given my best to the evening. I hadn't even given a quarter of my best to the evening. Instead, I'd given far too much of my attention to the 3 square inches of poorly prepared, overcooked halibut on my plate. What a waste! I'm not saying I should have fallen in love with yucky fish. I am saying there was so much more to that evening, and had I been giving my very best, I would have shined on my dislike of the fish dish. Come on, it's not like I'm starving, nor that it was my last meal. I would have chalked it up to not going to order that again, and turned my focus and attention to all that was there to enjoy and appreciate. My sister and brother-in-law, the pleasure of being together, the nice restaurant atmosphere, and so forth. When we give of our very best, we appreciate, we love, we care, we value what matters versus indulging the piddling little complaints that eke away our happiness. Don't wait for life-threatening events to hit before you rise to your very best. Give of your very best as often as you can throughout your day, at work, with your family, your friends, your hobbies, with yourself. The more we give of our very best, moment to moment, the richer, happier, and better our lives become. And then, yucky fish hardly matters at all. Thank you for listening to Up, and check out my latest book, Phoenix Rising, Surviving Catastrophic Loss, Fires, Floods, Hurricanes, and Tornadoes. If you'd like more uplifting, inspiring, practical tips and techniques, please visit my website, noelnelson.com. Until next time, be well and take care.